What's your reason for coming here today?
Well, some friends of mine recommended coming to this. We went to another meeting. Where was that? Lac du Bonnet, about a month or so ago, and it was when I went to the website, checked them all out. I just found everything resonated with me. I like that they're proactive as opposed to reactive, and that it's not really about the political left or right. It's about getting down to the actual nuts and bolts of what we're doing, what we're trying to do to keep our political systems more honest than it seems to have been in the last few years.
Are you feeling hopeful at all?
I am, actually. This makes me very hopeful, but also just my research and knowledge that I've gathered for the last few years has taken me all the way through that journey of, oh my God, it's hopeless, to the point where, no, it's not hopeless. There are solutions always, and I'm very positive about the fact that we're all working together to do these things. So, yeah.
Why come out and support Manitoba Stronger Together?
Well, I think they offer a great opportunity to delve in and get further information, some valid information that's been researched, and we need to educate Manitobans and Canadians. And we may not be able to change what's already there, so we have to create our own path to fight for justice and freedom and knowledge in Canada, and so that we can do better for Canadians. That's my goal.
Awesome.
Thanks.
It was excellent to hear Marion's story. I didn't think any CBC really, I knew that when they interviewed me in 2020, they actually showed up at the protests in 2020 and they interviewed me. I never made it really on the news. They'd show me in the background, but they never told me, they never used any of the words that I said. So hearing her as trying to put our words out, that touched me, because I thought, why aren't any of them speaking, sharing our voice? And unfortunately, she tried and lost her job over it. So I thought she was really inspiring. Also, I nominated Ken Lee. So I found the round of speakers extremely excellent. Ken Lee ran for the leader of the PC party, and he wasn't even allowed to run. They just didn't matter that he got all of the nominations. They threw it out and didn't let him run. And then they actually stole the election when Shelley Glover ran. But he was our first choice. Shelley was our second choice. Ken was our first choice. So Ken was also here. So I thought it was a great lineup today.
Do you think it's pointless to even try to clean up politics, seeing as there's so much seems to be, people get in there and then there's just cheating or whatever, the votes don't count?
Well, I do think we have to address it, but one thing I learned today is that there's an auxiliary box and they hand count still ballots, so we should all be using that auxiliary box, and that it's easy to corrupt a machine. You only need one black hat to do that, but to corrupt 14 people who are counting the auxiliary box, I would say that is nearly impossible or impossible. They're not going to go rogue with 13 other people watching. That one person will get caught. So I think we should still use our hand, and I didn't know we were allowed to. I actually tried to take a picture of the voting machine because it's the Dominion, and they actually have the label at the last election, and they didn't allow me
to take a photo
of the machine. And I said, don't you realize it's the same machine as in the American elections, which they've proven that were corrupted? So, of course they can be corrupted here. So I do think that's an option. I also like that the toolbox comment that this website has basically a report card on every MLA. And so we don't have to do the research. We can look up our MLA, see what they promised us, see what they delivered, and I'm actually going to do that for my riding. So I thought that was informative. I don't think we can run independently Typically, we can't, but maybe if enough people realize that the three parties are essentially all working for the same people, and if everyone stops voting just to not get someone in, but actually vote for who they want, maybe we could change this around. But I like that they're campaigning years in advance so that maybe the results will eventually be what we want to see. I don't know. We have to have hope.
Yeah, you can't give up, right?
You can't give
Right
up.
on.
Sorry, I'm long-winded.
It's okay. Let's go find more. Are you saying write letters to our MLAs and stuff? Or?
Absolutely. Contact. If you don't know what you don't know, find out. You know, people can go out and they can buy themselves a cup of coffee or a muffin for $3, and they can spend 15 minutes and gas on the road, but they won't take the time to write an email or a letter and buy a stamp for $1 to save the country and save our province. Everybody, let's just get together. That's my idea.
Like being with like-minded people. That's it.
It's a good thing. We have to get together. I was just talking with some people here. They said, why are we shouldn't even go vote anymore because we don't make a difference. Well, that's not the solution. The solution is we have to change the system. That's the solution, and not going to vote anymore. That's not the right way. Plus, if we don't know it, then we can't change anything. But if we have people who can see what the system, how the system is wrong, then we can change something together. Me alone, I can't do nothing. But we together with people who are in the system and working in the system, and they see the problem, then we can change it.
Because we feel our votes don't mean anything, right? But if we get a whole conglomerate together, I mean, we're stronger together, right? So if you're 22,000, you go into a city council meeting and you represent Manitoba Stronger Together, you're not just one person anymore. You're a group. Yeah, and that's what I like.
Hi, my name's Carl. I'm from Winnipeg, and my daughter's from Balmoral. The two of us, she was awake long before I did about the World War III that we're going on right now, and the kind of destruction of society and freedom and democracy that you see every brick that they're pulling out. So I've been a strong proponent of anything that looks like a step in the right direction ever since going to Ottawa with her and a couple of my granddaughters back in 2022. So since then, we've been kind of floundering, researching an awful lot about what's been going on, and wondering how to get the word out in bits and pieces to folks that might be just a little bit overwhelmed with mainstream media narrative, and just trying to get a counter argument. So the more I can find folks like this, the happier I am, and you find them a lot in the country too. So I'm really anxious to know more about the Keystone Party, for example. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Well, after the rallies and all that, it was kind of like we need to move on to or proactive instead of reactive, and I like that. I think we have an opportunity to make a difference, and the fact that our political establishments are so, like it's their way or the highway, and I think we have a chance to make a difference.
So what's this?
What's your reason for supporting Manitoba Stronger Together?
I believe if we don't, it won't get done. And the people who run the thing are the people who show up. I showed up.
It's a boss right here. There's a boss.
I will.
And that's a wrap, yeah.